The release of iOS 10 2016 brought a redesigned clock app, and with it brought a new feature known as Bedtime. What was it, and why was it killed in iOS 14 just 4 years later? Let's get into it. Sure, how Bedtime works is that you not only set an alarm for your wake-up time, but also an alarm for when it's time for you to go to bed, because it's designed to remind you when it's time to go to bed. So, just to give you a brief overview of the setup. What time do you want to wake up? I'll select 6:30. Next, weekdays next, and then yeah, sure, I'll do 8. Bedtime. These are the ringtone. That was the sound of one of my dogs barking in the background, which, yes, that you can actually hear. But the birdsong one, that one was so indistinct that I actually thought that birds outside my window were chirping. And the Springtide is my favorite one personally. And so right here, I'll obviously turn this off. In theory, this feature is great because it aids in getting people to bed on time so that way they receive good sleep without oversleeping and needing caffeine all the time, or running late to school or work too often, cause are getting fired or else going to a school disciplinary meeting. In practice, all Bedtime did was clear the clock app, and the same functionality could theoretically just be done via setting an alarm for your bedtime. Like 10 p.m. or usually around then is when I go to bed. And then you could just set one for wake up time, which for me is usually 6:30 on weekdays. Boom, there you go. Just like that, you got the same functionality with ringtones, mind you, too. They're not the same ringtones, they're not personally quite as nice, but they're still ringtones. Furthermore, not only is it simply an alarm that not everybody's going to obey, as you probably do know with wake-up alarms, but most people also base their bedtime on when they're sleepy rather than a specific time. In fact, I go to bed usually between 10 and 10:30, but the exact time I go to bed varies every night, usually. In fact, I remember finding the bedtime feature in iOS 10 back when it was the newest iOS version. I remember my mom trying it out, but found it useless. And because most people did not use bedtime, as you can tell right here, it is not offered in iOS 14 and later. And this removal of bedtime feature, this is just a theory, but it seems to me like it was because that this is one consequence of Johnny Ive's departure, who was the lead designer of iOS. But did you ever use bedtime on iOS back when it was offered? Please comment that down below. I didn't. As always, all for watching this video. I'm the iTunes family, and peace out.